Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with your girl, Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. Hopefully, you are having a lovely spot on day. So, as I have in my title, today is the day we're going to face our fears. So, I know anytime when someone thinks of math, the first thing they cringe about is word problems. So, what I decided to do, upon a couple of people's requests, that I'm actually taking an insert from the ASVAB for Dummies. Really hate that name. Um, and I'm breaking down the arithmetic reasoning or the word problem section of that book. So there's going to be starting off with some of the easy word problems, and then we're going to progress to some of the medium until my time has subsided. So let's take a look at one of the word problems. Let me scroll it on down because sometimes we got stuff in here. Hello, hello. And if anything, all you have to do is you can read the word problem along with me, answer it, put the answer in the comments, and then I'm going to show you what the answer is and break it down of a possible way that you can do by approaching this. Okay? So we know that it's all about time as well as skill and knowledge. So let's take a look. So if apples are on sale at $15 or 15 for $3, what is the cost of each apple? Is it A, 50 cents, B, 25 cents, C, 20 cents, or D, 30 cents? So if you think you know the answer, which a couple of people have here, go on in and just go ahead and put it down there. Hello, Big G Money. How you doing? All right, so we're seeing a whole bunch of C's. We got a 50 cent from Bacon Nike up in the club. We have Kenzie with C. We have Gina with C. Everything for her way is A. Okay, I think it's a Mariah with C. Tyler with C. Iceland? Is that Brown? I think that's how it's pronounced. If it's not, please correct me. Okay, that's with C. Finding Jazz is saying C. Mr. USA, I think that's what it says at the end, saying C as well. Okay, thank you so much for checking in. Okay, Susang is saying 25 cents. Okay, Lead is saying 50 cents. Okay, so let's take a look. If we know that 15 apples is going to cost $3, so that's the equivalent of saying, if I may reduce, 5 apples will cost like $1. So if we want to know what is the cost of each apple, well, if we know that 5 of them is going to cost $1, we know it's not going to be half of $1, 50 cents. So A is gone. All right. And then we know they're not really equivalent with, like, say, 5 cents increments, because if I said, if I try to divide that 1 and the 5, I'm not going to get 25 cents, nor am I going to get 30 cents. I'm actually going to get, or 25 cents, I should say. I'm actually going to get 0.20, which is 20 cents, okay? So it's really taking a look at 1 divided by 5, which gives you your 0.20, so your answer is going to be C, 20 cents. Or if you know 5 times 20, that, and if you change it to the cents to its percentages, it will be equivalent to 1. All right, so let's take a look. See how easy that was? Okay, you were over here freaking out. A lot of you guys already put the answers up here before. So all you have to do is just walk yourself through it step by step, okay? Now, an Army battalion in Hawaii has 4 companies. 2 of the companies, Alpha and Charlie, each have I can't even speak. Each have 70 soldiers. Bravo Companies has 44 soldiers, while Delta Company has 84. What is the average number of soldiers in a company in this battalion? Is it A, 67 soldiers, B, 45 soldiers, C, 70 soldiers, or D, 62 soldiers? I know, I was waiting for it. I know, everyone just has fun with it. It's cute. like once I start seeing a lot of my college coaches, a lot of my friends are now college or high school coaches, and when I'm starting to see them entertain the whole 6-7 craze, I just roll my eyes. And of course, I send a text message. I'm like, seriously? They're like, I know. I just do it with the kids. I don't even know. I don't even know. Hilarious. Okay. With medical school courses? No, sorry. Okay, so we have A. We have two people with A. We have Icy. It's giving me an A. Ride with an A. Okay. This is an average question. Yep. As it says in the very beginning, it's really an easy arithmetic right there. So it's all about progression. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right, Tough Cake, I see you. All right, we got 45 Crown with an A, HJ with an A. Why is anyone laughing? Because it's just not funny anymore. It's all played out. It's just not funny. All right, Big G Money is saying A. Crab Fest is saying my A. Everything, okay. It's giving us the way that we're going to do it. All right, so let's take a look. So, two of the companies, both the Alpha and the Charlie, two of the companies have 70 soldiers. So that is 140 soldiers right there for those two companies. Then Bravo Company has 44 soldiers. So we're going to add 44 to that. And then while Delta has 84 soldiers. So we're going to add 84 to that. Because they say, what is the average? Anytime they mention average, that means you are finding the mean. And how you find the mean is you're going to add up your numbers. Remember, this is representing two people or two companies. So that's 70 plus 70 plus the 44 plus the 84. So we have a total of 4 companies. So we're going to divide by how many companies there are, which is 4. So if we do the 140 plus the 44, that gives us 184. And 184 plus 84, that gives us 268. Now I'm going to take that 268 and I'm going to divide by 4. And if you're wondering, why is she doing it by hand? Why not she do it with a calculator? Because if you're taking the GED, any kind of high school equivalency test, the ASVAB, the AccuPlacer, you cannot use a calculator for it. So you might as well practice the way that you're going to play. So now how many 4s can go into 2? None. How many 4s can go into 26? Oh, that is a 6. So right away, B and D is out. So that means 6 times 4 gives me 24. So if I subtract 26 and 24, that gives me 2. Bring down the 8, that gives me 28. I know I ran out of room. And then how many 4s can go into 28? There it is. So your answer is going to be A, which is 67 soldiers. All right. There it is. Here you go. Go ahead. I guess it was just like how we would cringe as teachers when we said 69. 67 is just very, tame compared to 69. But we'll talk about those fun facts later. All right. We'll have like Audrey Codner, sex ed talk. Yeah, that will be dangerous. All right. So number 3. Terry got paint for $32.50, canvases for $112.20, and paintbrushes for $17.25. How much total money did she spend at the art supply store? Is it A, $167.45? Is it B, $144.70? C, $161.95? Or D, $156.95? Thank you for checking in. Yes, guys. So if you want to become a subscriber, because I know I am currently working on workbooks to help people that are going after their GED, the ASVAB, the AccuPlacer, a lot of the math, a lot of the algebra that a lot of people seem to struggle with, I decided to make some workbooks. And I will be doing, I want to say like a private live or a subscribers live. I don't know what to call it, but I'm thinking about doing that soon. If not this week, definitely next week, because I'm trying to wait for Amazon to say, yay, this is fine. Yay, this is good. And it's going to come with a lot of resources and everything else. So if you want to be a subscriber, come on in. You don't have to be a super fan. You do not have to be a super fan. But if anything, there should be a heart right next to my name. Go ahead and click on the heart and join on in. All right. Okay, we're adding them up. All right. We got all the numbers. Yes. Okay, Big G Money is saying C. Okay, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. Okay, Timothy is saying 151.95. Okay, everything is saying C. Okay, all right. It's saying C. All right. We're saying C, we're saying C, we're saying C. Okay, all the C's. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, bruh, saying C. Yep, because that's all we have to do. Keep it simple. So if anything, we just need, I'm just going to pull this stuff here. I know it kind of went out of play, but it lines up so much nicer. Okay, so all we have to do is add these two together. So here, right here, we have 0, 0, and 5. So that is going to give me a 5. So I'm going to take a look at my answers, and the only ones that does not have a 5 is B. That's out. Now I have my 2, my 5, and my 2. 2 and 2 gives me 4, plus 5 gives me 9. So that means I'm looking at 95 cents. So that means A is out. You see how you can do process elimination to kind of ease things up? Now we're looking for the next digit. So if I look in the ones column, this has a 1 and this has a 6. So taking a look here, I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means C has to be my answer. This is how you shorten your time, especially those that like to take the GED and you haven't taken a test in forever, maybe since you were a fetus, maybe even as I got, depending how long you've been in there. All right. And all of a sudden you're taking a test and it's requiring you to be timed, and that's what freaks you out. Okay. Now the ASVAB, I had a gentleman that is currently on his training sessions now, but when he took the test, they said you got 1 minute to answer each of the questions. And there's going to be some questions you don't need a minute. Okay. But basically that's what they're like trying to push you to do. So please keep that in mind. All right. Okay. All right. What is your question? Babaloo, what's your question? You just charge half. Okay. All right. So, number 4. If mailing the first ounce of a letter costs 49 cents and it costs 21 cents to mail each additional ounce, how much does it cost to mail a 5-ounce letter? Is it A, $1.85, B, $1.05, C, $1.54, or D, $1.33? Okay. Well, I haven't seen this name in a while. Demont. Okay, so we got a few D's, a couple D's, $1.33. Okay, so Timothy was saying that. Another person, is that Mrs. Ugly? I hope that's not your last name. Hopefully you're not being self-deprecating. If so, change it. Okay. Hey, Fight Doctor, how are you? Okay, Kelly's saying D. Okay, Naomi with the C. Titan saying D. Oh yeah. Delora saying C. Cammy D. Saying Titan. Okay. Alright. I don't understand the way you explain how you do that. Oh, well, thank you. Alright. Spanky. Oh, there is a name. Alright, saying D. Kimberly D. Lucifer. Hey, how you doing? I noticed you've been in my life lately. Yay, John. Okay. We got D's. Does he become a tutor? You've been considering it? You just get started. You know? Put yourself out there. You got your D, you got C's. I got D's, I got C's. So let's see. Hey, Lynette. So let's take a look. So if we're saying the first ounce is going to be 49 cents. And anything additional. So if we're looking at a 5-ounce letter, so that means we got 4 ounces left. And that's going to be 21 cents for that 4 ounces. Okay? So with you doing your whole 21 cents, with you doing your 21 cents with the 4, so that gives you what, 84 cents? So then you have your 84 cents plus your 49 cents. So that will give you your $1.33. Okay. All right. $400 comments. What? Okay. All right. Let's understand too much about teaching. Okay. All right. So with Icy, we got our D. Good. All right. So for the most part, when you're breaking these down, right now, these are like the easier ones. Okay. But noticing, majority of you guys are saying, oh, all I have to do is add. Oh, all I have to do is subtract. Oh, all I have to do is blank. That's all you have to do. So don't let the words intimidate you. Okay? Just be able to pull. See if you can pull out the math that's inside the word problems. All right, so let's take a look at this. Thank you so much, guys, for the follows and the gifts and all that. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, because I really and truly want to help people move on with their journey. So be it like high school, be it, going into the military, even people that are trying to get into their praxis and they're like, ooh, I haven't seen this in forever. I know, I love how we're short teachers, but yet we're, especially math teachers, but we're having them jump through multiple hoops. Interesting. But anywho, back to the math. So Joe ran around a pentagon, okay? Please know what a pentagon is if you're going for the ASVAB. Good gracious. So many people that are like, okay, well, how many sides is a pentagon? And they're like, dude, defense? Department of Defense? No? Okay, we gotta get that together. All right, so pentagon, shape track. Pentagon is a 5-sided figure. Okay, track with sides each measuring 1,760 feet. If he made 3 complete trips around the track, how far did he run? Is it A, 37,500 feet, B, 15,300 feet, C, 20,150 feet, or D, 26,400 feet? What do you think? All right, so I'm seeing some D's. I'm seeing 50. Okay. I'm seeing some D's. I Thank you, Goat. Angela, how are you? With the D's. I'm doing something else. Okay, interesting. All right, Titan saying D. Icy saying D. Crystal, hello, saying D. Pervy? This live is getting really crazy. It's saying D. Then we have B. Then we have Little Bro with D. Then we have Shelly with D. Okay, particulars, Brock's broken it down. There we go, Jane D. Good. All right, awesome. So, since we have a 5-sided figure, and we know that each side is 1,760, and he made 3 complete trips around, we need to multiply those together. So, since this is all multiplication, I kind of like to multiply the smaller numbers and I go against the larger number at the end. So when I do 5 times 3, that gives me 15. So now 1,760 times 15, I notice that we're going to end with 0. That's perfectly fine. 5 and 6 is 30. 0 carry the 3. 5 and 7 is 35 plus 3 is 38. Carry the 3. 5 and 1 is 5 plus 3. That's another 8. So now the second row is basically me writing my numbers. So now I have 0, I have 0, I have 8 and plus 6, that gives me 14. So the only one that gives me a 4 in that spot is going to be D. You can keep going, but if you keep going, you're going to be wasting time. You already know that your answer is going to be D. Now, if you are currently in a classroom and you're currently taking Algebra 1 or maybe Algebra 2 and your teacher wants to see your work, show your work, okay? This is really a lot of the tactics that I'm giving you right now is something that you can use for the SAT, the ACT, the GED, the ASVAB, the AccuPlacer, the TEAS test, the HESI test, any kind of standardized assessment. They don't care about looking at your work. Whereas in the classroom, you can at least get partial credit by showing your work. So the teacher has a good idea of what's missing. All right, so we just want to make sure that's clear because I do not want to entrap any of my lovely counterparts. All right, oops, go here. All right, so Mike, unless you're from Philly, you call it Moik. That's how we do. Go Birds. Anyway, so Mike took Jen bowling for the first time. This is how we say it. Moik take Jen bowling for the first time. He bowled 2 games with a score of 157 and 175. Jen never bowled before and scored a 78 and a 98. What was Mike's average score? Is it A, 88, B, 127, C, 156, or D, 166? Sorry, Big G Money. Took us a long damn time for us to represent. So here we go. Okay, so what do we got? Barry got 166. Nate the Great saying 166. Kate saying 88. All right, 21 hours sober. Hey, good job. Is saying D. User 45, how are you? You're saying D. Okay, Nua is saying D. We're done going back and forth. All right, Titan was saying D. Okay, Brown is saying D. Peggy Sue, how are you? Is saying D. D. Is it DJ? Deasia? No. Nope. Phillips, walk me through it. All right, so we got a bunch of D's. Everyone's doing well. Good. Now, here is the thing. If you're going to give me something other than D, We don't care about Jen. They only asked, what was Mike's average score? So we're only looking at Mike's bowling average. So we're going to take that 157, that 175, and we're going to add these two bad boys together. So 7 and 5, that gives me 12. Drop the 2, carry the 1. All right, so now we have 5, or we can say 6, and 7, that will give me 13. Carry the 1. Then we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 332. We're going to divide that, by 2, because that's how many numbers we had. So 2 goes into 3 one time. 1, bring down the 13. How many 2's can go into 13? 6 of them. So that gives me 12. That gives me 1. Carry down the 2. How many 2's can go into 12? Exactly 6. So our answer is going to be 166. Unemployed. Well, I know I am. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing the live, as well as all your gifts and time and attention. I can kind of tell, like, when students are like bored, like this is the first week out. Well, and here's my thing. If you want to hear this, in Maryland, we're not out yet. We still have some schools, their last day of school is the 23rd. Right? Crazy. But anyway. Oh, wow, that's okay, Isaac. That's a little deep, but messed up your numbers. Okay. All right. Cotton Candy, thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate you. Sapphire, thank you so much for the follow. Also for MVP, thank you for the follow. Fine. You know what? And here's the weird part. You may say this possibly as a joke. And a lot of people will say, well, when am I going to use this in real life? Well, one of my former students was she's not going after a job because she has a job now. But in her interview, she had to do a couple algebraic problems for her interview to work in a nail salon. Well, it's a spa. I still feel like it's a nail bar type thing. But seriously, she had to do a math problem. She had to do a couple algebraic, not basic, like algebraic problems in order for her to, answer phones. She wasn't even a nail tech. Like, she was like answering phones, making sure everything's cleaned up, welcoming the people in, and that's what she was doing as a receptionist. Hilarious. But that's what people are doing now. Okay? All right. So here we go. Here we are. Ooh, I'm not sure. Math again after 15 years. Oh, not a problem. All right, so Billy left the house without his wallet. When he went to purchase his lunch, he had to dig into his change stash to buy it. How much did he have left after he has 15 quarters, 15 dimes, 22 nickels, 12 pennies, and the lunch cost $5.52? Was his change A, 45 cents, B, $1.15, C, 95 cents, or D, $1.03? Okay, so Tommy thinks it's 95. Maddie thinks it's C. I think it's Dejanay. So Dejanay thinks it's 95. AC thinks it's C. D is think it's 95 cents. Ultra Pros think it's 95 cents. Okay, Erica Martinez thinks it's C. Okay. Okay, good. I know. I'm sorry. I did earlier. You should have seen me. But then I was like, wait, no, I can do this. We got it. All right. Saying C, Sapphire, saying B. Thank you, Gimme, for the share. Okay, Tight is saying C. All right, so let's take a look at this. Because I probably might have some people that are just like, what's a quarter? Because they're probably not from the United States, right? So let's take the whole change thing. So we have 15 quarters, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. So that's 0.25. Okay. Then we have dimes. So we have 15 dimes. So 15 times in a dime is 10 cents. So that's 0.10. Then we have 22 nickels. Nickels is 5 cents. So that's 0.05. And let's see if you guys can get all this. Then plus the 12 cents for the pennies. I know, my phone's acting weird. Okay. So if anything, let me slide that over. So as we're going through it, we know that 4 quarters will give me $1. So if you don't know, now you know. So if we got 15 quarters. So if we go with the 4 times tables, you got 4, you got 8, you got 12, you got 16. Now, 15 is 1 less quarter. So instead of $4, you're going to have $3.75. Okay, so you see how we can do it? No calculator, okay? Plus, now, 15 times 10, that's the same as saying 150. But since that 10 is 2 decimal places, we got to move it over 2 decimal places over. So that's 15 dimes is equivalent to $1 because, 10 dimes will give you $1 and you got your 50 cents. Plus, now I know 0.5, I'm thinking half, but 0.05, so that means if I'm looking at 220, if I take half of that, that will give me 110. But since we're talking about 2 decimal places, that means we got a decimal point between the 2 ones. Then we just add our 12 cents. Okay, so now all we have to do is just add things together and to see how much money we're going to get. So I know we have this 2 and this 5. That will give me my 7. So now I have 1, 2 with the 5 gives me 7. 7 and 7 gives me 14. So I bring down the 4, carry the 1. Now for the dollars, I got 1, 2, and plus my 3, that gives me 5, plus the 1 that we carried over will give us our 6. So this is how much Billy had in his change stash. But the lunch cost $5.52. So we have to subtract that. So now when we look, we have our 7 minus 2, that gives me 5. So since I have a 10 spot of 5, that means D is out. But now I had to borrow from this 6 to make this a 5 and make that 4 into a 14. So 14 minus 5, that gives me 9. And since there's no dollars, that would be 0. So my answer is C, 95 cents. All right. Okay. Red Indian, thank you so much for checking in. Appreciate you. All right. So as I keep talking and keep moving and keep grooving, I know some of you guys are probably like, I wish I can stay. I'm just here for a quick little break. But I just want to let you guys know that if you want any of the replays, this is where you can go. All right. Go ahead and hit that channel. But don't make sure you guys subscribe. Okay, and you'll actually see a playlist that says TikTok Lives. I think it has like over 600 videos in there right now. I can't remember. I haven't been there for a bit. So you can actually, if you want to screenshot it real quick because I'm going to take it down in a few. So I go through all of my lives, all the way up to last night's live. Everything is on there. Some of them are examples like I'm doing here. Some of them I did some one-to-one stuff like factoring and adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing polynomials, adding, subtracting, dividing fractions, decimals. I also focused on those 4-point questions that you will see on GEDs or any kind of high school equivalency test. So take a look, take a view of all that. And like I said, I'm currently working on a workbook that I'm hoping to release before the new year, and to have you get that guidance that you need for step by step, as well as tons of resources that you can use to help you with multiplication, help you with order of operation, all those lovely areas that people generally miss on all exams. Okay? So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be working on it as soon as I'm done with this lovely live. All right, taking this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, next question. Now all of a sudden it doesn't want to enlarge. There we go. Oh, everyone's still alive? So all of a sudden my phone just closed you guys out in like 2.2 seconds. Hilarious. All right. So Jack eats 3 hot dogs per minute. Okay. While Jeff eats 2 hot dogs per minute. So gross. Here we go. How many total hot dogs did he eat? Did they eat in 12 minutes? Is it A, 35? That's a lot. B, 40. Huge. C, 60. Good God. D, 65. You might as well just go to the hospital. All right, so what do you think? Okay. Will boy, thank you for checking in. Did you have to pass? Yes. I want you to do some. Okay. All right, Lonnie from Philly. Nice, nice. Lord, I know, right? Stomachache, right? Okay, so we have user 45 with a C. Lakeisha. I keep wanting to say Lakeshore. I'm trying to say Lakeisha. Thank you for coming back. Is 60. Okay, Sammy Boo. How are you? Is saying C. Oh, hello. Okay, now all things are gone crazy. Is that Jaleesa? Is that Jaleesa? I have to take a look at that. Saying C. Dejanay saying 60. Nate saying C. Nanaish is saying C. Anonymous user. Ooh, that's deep. Saying C. Blue saying C. Icy C. Shamika Gee saying C. How are you, Shamika? Shells, how are you? Saying C. It's been a minute. All right, so all of us are saying C. And the reason why is because if we have Jack that does 3 hot dogs, and let's see what he can do in 12 minutes. And then we have Jeff with 2 hot dogs with the 12 minutes. 3 times 12, that gives me my 36. Or you could add them together, which will be, so we got 36 plus the 24. And that gives me a total of 60. Or you could have just said, all right, well, we got 5 hot dogs all together, and it's 12 minutes. Well, that gives me 60. Okay, so you have options. Okay, you can look at them as 2 separate entities bonding together over hot dogs and Pepto-Bismol, or you could just add them together and then multiply by 12. Okay, either way, that will work. There you go, Heather, I got you. All right, so now number 9, as soon as I can drop it down. So how far will your platoon go if you march for 3 hours at a 6 mile per hour? Okay, is it 8? A, 9 miles, B, 6 miles, C, 18 miles, or D, 12 miles? What do we got? Right? Okay, Shamika's got me with a C. Would be bubbling. Yeah. Okay. Gamble again, saying C. User 45, C. Nate, C. Lama saying C. Sammy, C. Good Health, C. ICC. Lakeisha, 18. Yes. So this is all we're doing. Yes, Big G Money. That's it. If they're talking 6 miles per hour and they're talking about a total of 3 hours, it is going to be 18 because 6 times 3 gives me 18. Okay. Per is actually multiplication. A lot of people think it's division. It's actually multiplication, but we use it a lot in division. All right. Let's go. Shells with the C. I see you. Good girl. Good job, guys. All right. Your convoy has to travel a straight line across a 4 7/10 grid square on a military map. Every grid square equals 1,000 meters. How many meters will your convoy travel? Is it A, 4.7 meters, B, 470 miles, C, 470 meters, or D, 4,700 meters? You can do that. Yep. Good job, Slim. Always can count on Slim. Okay, so what we got for some answers? Zip Pop, thank you so much for the follow. Gamble saying C, user 45 is saying D. Okay, Shamika Gee saying D. Okay, thanks for the follow. So Vain. Eric, how are you? You're saying D. Okay, Sheree saying D. Big G Money saying D. Cells saying C. Sammy Boo saying D. Test Squared, how are you? Is saying D. Dejanay saying D. Okay, people are thinking, reflecting, moving. I love it. Good afternoon to you, my dear. Yes, hopefully you see on my profile that I have a designated time for this winter break. And since I don't have kids, I got to focus up. Okay, Leads, D. Icy, D. Cool Man, D. Sammy Boo, I see you. Okay, Philip with the D. Good. Thank you so much for checking in. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Integrals? Are you asking me if I can know how to do integrals, Jules? Because I do not. That is not my jam. All right. So anytime they give you a distance, rate, or time, remember, you can have your rate times your time. So if you want to know your distance, you cover up the D and it'll just multiply your rate and your time. Right away, when the question asks how many meters, right away B is not even meters. Right away B is not even an option because it said miles. Okay? Right away, gone. Then if we take a look, it's not going to be exactly the same when it's in our grid. No. So A, out. So if we're talking about 1,000, we're basically taking our 4.7 and we're multiplying it by 1,000. Instead of you dealing with all the zeros, just move based off the number of zeros that's in 1,000. 3. So I'm moving over 1, 2, 3. So in the spots that I don't have anything, I'm going to fill it with zeros. So my 3 movements will give me 2 zeros, which gives me 4,700 meters. Okay. Hey, Janice, did you change your picture? All right. So this is what we got. All right. So these are considered for the ASVAB. Basically easy type questions. I have a few more left, and then I'm going to have to bid adieu. So I want to kind of work a little bit on some of what they consider are medium type questions, just to give you a little taste. All right. So let me get myself organized up in here. All right. So a non-commissioned officer challenged 11 soldier friends to perform a 26-mile training run in 4 hours. If all the non-commissioned officer friends completed the challenge, how many total miles would the friends have run? Is it A, 71 5/10 miles? Is it B, 6 5/10 miles? C, 286 miles? Or D, 312 miles? That was your other page. Okay. All right. Thank you, Cotton Candy, for I'm ready. Okay, Math 2, you believe? Can you help me with Math 2? What is Math 2? Yeah, I don't know what Math 2 consists of. So we have Gamble with a C, Gee with a C, User 45 with a C. Okay, Big G Money saying C. Okay. Okay, Jan's saying B. Okay, Cool Man with a C. Okay. Buy in stock, that's perfectly fine. Don't be afraid. Oh, my screen went something funky. All right. No. All right, so let's take a look. So remember, there was 11 of those people, right? And they're running 26 miles. So they just want to know how many total miles have the friends run. Okay? Available for counseling. So for the total miles, hey, all we need is the total miles. We don't even need the hours. They didn't ask for time, they asked for the mileage. And everything is still in miles, so we don't have to worry about any conversion. So we're going to take this 26 and we're going to multiply by 11. So that means you have 26, then you have 26 shifted over. Add those together, you got your 6. 2 and 6 is 8. And bring down our 2. So our answer is going to be C. All right, so Diane takes her client to an expensive restaurant in town to discuss a new legal strategies. Okay, the restaurants add a 15% gratuity for the server. If her meal and drinks cost $85 and her client's meal and drinks cost $110, oh yeah, they wanted some free meals. How much did the restaurant add as a gratuity? Ooh, is it A, $22.50, B, $29.25, C, a straight even $20, D, $224.25? All right, can we just not? Just not. I wish I would. In the 70s? I know. Yeah, I was born in the 70s, but here we go. I know. Wish it was like a lot easier. There's so many resources now. So many. Yeah, so if this is your first time coming in, please, if you're enjoying this, go ahead and follow me. You know, if you have questions, go ahead and message me. You can just send me a direct message. I'm not sure if my Service Plus button is still up there. If it is, go ahead and click that. You can send me a direct message that way as well. Essential pack meals. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we got our gambles. Yes, here for me, we got our B. Yes, there we go. All right. So I have A's, I have B's. I had a couple B's earlier. Okay, I had some C's, I had some B's, definitely had some B's, had some A's. Oh wait, that was for the other one. Okay. Now, if you're not sure, you can put a question mark. You can put a question mark in the comments. This is a safe space. Like if you want to know how you can get to this, because this is a life lesson here. This is like, when you're going out to eat and, you want to figure out tips and everything. This is one of those times. All right. Thank you for your honor. We're going to add those two up for the total. So that gives us a nice 195. Now, to figure out the gratuity, because they said it's going to be 15%. So 15% as a decimal, I'm going to put it over here just to give myself some more room. So we have our 195, and 15% as a decimal is 15 hundredths, like 0.15. And all we're going to do is multiply those two. So you have your 5 times 5, that gives me 25. So I'm bringing the 5 down. Completely ridiculous answer. It looks like our answer is going to be B. So let's take a look. So now we got 45 plus 2, that gives me 47. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4, gives me 9. And then I'm going to bring down my 5, my 9, and my 1. Because I multiplied 1 times 5 to give me 5, 1 times 9 to give me 9, and 1 times 1 to give me 1. So now here, oops, not so much about the next one, but here we got our 5, 7, 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Carry the 1 will give me my 29. Okay, so it is going to be option B. But once I notice that this first digit here, because I know it always comes down, is going to be a 5. All right. And I know that this has 0 decimal places. This one has 2 decimal places. So my answer has to be 2 decimal places. So once I see that 5 and I got rid of that ridiculous answer right there, answer choice is going to be B. Okay. All right. Yep. Just 15%. That's all it was. All right. Let's see if we can squeeze in 2 more. And then we'll be done for today. All right, so we have Farmer Bev has received an offer to sell her 320-acre farm for $3,000 per acre. She agrees to give the buyer $96,000 worth of the land, what fraction of Farmer Bev's land is the buyer getting? Okay, so what fraction? Is he getting like 1/4 of the land, 1/10 of the land, 1/5 of the land, or 2/3 of the land? Okay. If then, why when is saying B. Okay, thank you for the follow logo. And negro. Okay, user 45 is saying B. Rob is saying B. Okay. Thank you for all that are joining in. And again, if it's something that you're like, yeah, I don't even know where to start, go ahead and put a question mark in the chat. That's perfectly fine. Okay. The fight doctor is saying B. Good. Okay. Campbell is saying B. Okay. Thank you, third. Thank you, Gamble. Okay, Icy saying B. Good. Okay, Sheree, thank you for your honesty, guys. Okay, Taboo, thank you for your honesty. You want to make sure I see that question mark. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, Dejanay, good. Thank you so much for your honesty. All right, so let's take a gander. So we're taking a look at, they have a total of $96,000 worth of land. And I know she's trying to sell it for $30,000 per acre. So right now, I can do the division of the 96,000 divided by 3,000. Now, here's the thing, people. Both of these numbers have three sets, or has like a set of 3 zeros. I should put it that way. So instead of you trying to divide 96,000, why don't we just take the 96 and divide by the 3? Okay, that will give us an idea of what we're looking at. So how many 3's can go into 9? 3. How many 3's can go into 6? 2. So we got 32. So we're looking at 32 of the 320 acres that she's selling. So if I take 32 out of the 320, notice the numbers are basically the same. Because I know 32 divided by 32, that would give me a 1. But then I have to add a 0. So I got 1/10. Or if you want to do the division, you'll get your 0.10. And hopefully we know that 0.10 is the equivalent of 1 out of 10. Okay, or 0.1. So 1 out of 10. So basically, Farmer Beth is basically giving up like 1/10 of her land. Ooh. Sorry, my computer just went crazy. All right. Does that make sense? So 1, and it's true, and that's why I really wanted to see if I can do a little bit more with word problems, because it freaks people out. But then you're just like, okay, sometimes you just have to breathe and take a moment and say, all right, what do I have here? Well, they're saying that the land is like worth like 96,000. Okay, you're selling them for 3,000 per acre. So, okay, we're looking at 32 acres is what she's trying to sell, but 32 out of the 320. So that means she's selling basically 1/10 of her land. She ain't no fool. Okay. All right. So I would love to keep going, but I do have to get going. So this is basically what I do. I come in, I try to break down concepts, maybe break it down in a way that everybody gets to understand. And this is I want to say it's a safe place for you to ask questions. Okay, so I know there's going to be some trolls coming in and all the whole 6-7 and all that fun stuff, and I'm over that. it's already been done. Let it go. But if you are looking for any of the replays of any of my lives, this is where you can go to get any of my replays. If you can do any of these, that would be great. Subscribe, like, make a comment. I usually, respond back to comments, unless it's really weird and rude. But hey, everyone has opinions. And if you're thinking about like getting your GED and you are thinking about, hey, I got time now over the winter break to really focus, let me know, because I do have some openings for tutoring slots. And then be on the lookout for the workbook that's coming out so you guys can do your practice on your own. It definitely has not only just an answer key, but it has like an opportunity for you to get the guided, me breaking each question down step by step through videos. And then also you will get like practice exams, you will get extra practice problems. And yeah, I think that's all of it, but I can't wait for it to completely publish so you can actually see it. All right, not a problem. Get your GED, so this helps a lot. Perfect. Nice. 3/3. Love that. Okay. These math, and this has been great help. Oh, okay, cool, man. All right. Good. I'm glad that this can be helpful. All right, I enjoy math with you too. You guys make it fun. So as I said, I'm going to be on at 3 p.m. every day, even on Christmas Day. I have no life. So life of a divorcee. Life. Life just keeps life in my way. But 3 p.m. every day. I think on Friday I'm going to add possibly a 10 a.m. and then a 3 p.m. as well. But like I said, just be on the lookout for the stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Need it for the ASVAB? Yes, let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm staying up wee hours of the night putting things together for you. All right. So have a great day. Talk with you soon. Bye now.